Hello everyone, this is LEGO Toby, and today I will be doing a review of the LEGO Marvel Wolverine mech. This LEGO set has a set number of 76202. This set also contains 141 pieces, and being a LEGO Marvel mech set only includes one minifigure, and what was released earlier this year in 2022, and as of recording this video, it currently retails for $10 in the United States. So, yeah, I guess I should take Wolverine out of the mech build itself and take a look at the Wolverine minifig himself. Pretty much the main reason why anyone actually really wanted to get this LEGO set. And, yeah, it's pretty insane how few times we've ever gotten, Wolverine or the X-Men in LEGO, especially because of how iconic the X-Men are. But yeah, unfortunately, I heard the 2014 set did terribly, so that's why we don't get many X-Men sets nowadays. But aside from that, yeah, here's the Wolverine minifig. Pretty nice, has front and back torso printing, and even reuses that awesome 2014 Wolverine cowl piece. And underneath, you actually get Wolverine with some goggles, and he does have a back face print as well without the goggles. And you can put the cowl piece back on him. And yeah, it actually doesn't look the worst, honestly. So yeah, so both ways will actually work, and that's something that's really cool about this minifig. Um, so yeah, I really like this minifig as a whole. Unfortunately, though, this minifig does not include any leg printing, though. So that's a little unfortunate. And what's even worse is that there's not even any hair pieces for this minifig as of right now. So that's really unfortunate. Of course, we also have the Wolverine claw pieces, which, again, were introduced back in 2012. I believe first with the Wolverine minifigure. Either that or with the LEGO Monster Fighters Werewolf. But aside from that, I don't have much else to say about this minifigure. So now let's take a look at the mech design itself for the mech build, and we already have a couple of exclusive printed pieces, this one right here and this one right here, and it's a standard typical mech build, but the only real difference between this mech build and any other LEGO Marvel set mech it has is Wolverine claws. And as long as you get them to straighten up a bit, then they are actually really cool looking. I love the way how these turned out. I also love how these shoulder pads were done as well. And yeah, it's a pretty good mech. And of course, you can open this up and fit Wolverine inside of there. And yeah, it's a pretty good set, except for, at least a decent mech build, except for down over here. And this area right here, or the area of the mech that connects the legs, is honestly the main and biggest problem and issue I have with this LEGO set, or even any of this year's or 2022's Marvel mechs for that matter, because this is actually supposed to be a solution to what LEGO called a stability issue. And on the original instructions booklet cover, you can actually kind of see what the original design looked like for the part of the mech that would connect the legs to the body. And honestly, I tried it out myself, and I don't think it was that bad, honestly, and definitely not bad enough to say, yeah, it's unstable. I wouldn't say it was that bad. And if anything, LEGO's quote unquote solution to this problem honestly made things a lot worse because it is a lot harder to move the legs. It really takes away from the posability factor. Like try and move the legs, and it's so easy to knock it off like that. Not only that, the way it was built as well was not very good. Where one way or another, the left leg will be slightly more in front than the right leg, and that, I mean, it's hard to notice. Even I didn't really notice that first until I built the set, but again, it's a pretty big problem, and overall, easily the worst thing that I have to say about this wave of Marvel mechs. And it resulted in an unnecessary delay and an even more unnecessary solution that just did not need to happen. And it also just looks a lot uglier than the original design as well. It's just so awful in my opinion that LEGO actually did this to this LEGO set, or even all the Marvel mechs for that matter. And sadly, for a time, there was even a time when many LEGO Marvel fans, myself included, thought that this set was canceled and it would never get released. But thankfully, these sets did end up releasing, but even then, I honestly feel that this set could be a lot better. But more on that later, because, of course, as always, we gotta look at the instructions booklet, which, again, is pretty good for what it is. However, the advertisements are not the coolest things, though, because all you get for advertisements are pretty much advertisements for pretty much all of the winter or at least spring 2022 Marvel Mech sets. And yeah, in my opinion, this is honestly the strongest wave of them. And of course, you get the parts checklist and the win advertisement with the pirate. So, yeah. So, honestly, yeah, I'll admit, as far as Marvel Mechs go, this one is the best in my opinion. But even though this is what I consider to be the best Marvel Mech we've ever gotten, it clearly could have been a lot better in my opinion. First of all, this is the first time we've ever gotten Wolverine since 2017. That is if you count the Mighty Micros version, but many LEGO Marvel fans won't count the Mighty Micro version. So if anything, it's been 8 years since we've last gotten a proper Wolverine minifig. And while it is a great minifig for the most part, he really should have included a hairpiece in my opinion. And again, LEGO's solution to the stability issue really just ruins the set in general, honestly. And I really do not like LEGO's solution to the stability issue. I think it was done terribly and handled terribly. LEGO should have released this wave of Marvel Mechs as they were, instead of delaying the set 4 months, fixing the again, quote unquote, fixing the stability issue. And what's even worse is that the retirement date for the set isn't even extended. It's still retiring at the end of this year. So if you want a Wolverine minifig in your collection, get the set while you still can, because it's not going to be on store shelves for much longer, unfortunately. And overall, yeah, and also it's just a typical mech build. Nothing new or original aside from the Wolverine claw design, which again, I really like personally, but it's just not the greatest or like the Wolverine claw designs. These are the best part about this set, as well as the Wolverine minifig. But aside from that, it's a typical mech build. There's no hairpiece for Wolverine or Logan, and the stability issue really hurts the set as well. So for that reason, and so for all of those reasons, I'm gonna honestly have to go ahead and say that this set only gets half a star. Yeah, this set could have been a lot better for what it was. But either way, this is Legotopy. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you next time. Goodbye.